Hey everyone, today, last night, I finished watching the movie CBGB I got the other day at the dollar store. Now the reason I got it was because CBGB's was the club that the Ramones first performed in, and they got really popular there. And they are in the movie a tiny bit. Apparently, they were originally going to be in there a lot more, but Linda Cummings, Johnny Ramone's wife, she didn't like the portrayal of Johnny, and she had a problem with the other actors who played the band or something, so she wouldn't let them use the rights, or she didn't allow them the rights to any Ramones music. So unfortunately, in the movie, when the Ramones perform, they perform like just generic rock music, and then they perform some songs off of Joey's solo CD. So yeah, that's unfortunate. Anyway, I still like the movie. It's an okay movie. Not probably historically accurate 100%, but it's a fun movie. So anyway, I just wanted to talk about the Ramones for a while. Right here I got the Joey Ramone pop figure. Now there was also a Johnny pop figure and a Dee Dee pop figure, but those are crazy rare now and impossible to find. Joey here is still pretty easy to find. Let's see, they've never done a Tommy or Marky, or CJ or Richie or any of them for that matter. And up here I have the NECA Joey figure that I got for my birthday way back when this first came out. This is impossible to find now too, unfortunately. It's too bad Ramones stuff doesn't really stay in print that long. Anyway, I just want to talk about Ramones stuff. I got a whole bunch of stuff here. There's a bunch of my DVDs. I got a bunch of books and stuff. I got even more stuff. I just don't have a whole lot of time because there's only 20 minutes on the camera. Anyway, this was the very first Ramones book that I got. I even saw the little Obi thing, whatever that is. Anyway, I read this book like inside out, backwards, forwards, back in middle school. This was just the best thing in the world to me. And let's see. Got a couple of CDs here. The Anthology, which, man, I listened to this. I listened the heck out of this thing. There's a booklet in there full of cool pictures, behind the scenes stuff, a whole bunch of songs. And then there's this really interesting thing. Broadcast Archive. Whole bunch of cool stuff on there. Oh, this is a funny thing. Archie Meets the Ramones. And I also have the paperback collection of it, which also collects some other Archie meetup comics. Anyway, this comic, it was a fun little comic. I liked it. My only issue was that the characterization of the Ramones was kind of off. They didn't really feel like them. It kind of felt sort of like them from Rock and Roll High School that this took some inspiration from. It's a fun comic. I still like it. Oh, here's a really weird comic with Marky Ramone, Killigy. And it's not even really Marky. It's just they use his likeness for a character. Like, yeah, they casted a comic book with real actors as the models. It's really strange. Apparently, there was almost a cartoon of this from the creators of Boondocks. Unfortunately, it never got made, but there is a trailer floating around for it, which is really cool, and it's so disappointing this never got made, because this would have been awesome. This is a really fun, like, dark comedy, zombie, horror comic. And then, let's see, right here we got Weird Tales of the Ramones. Now, this is kind of tricky to find, but you can once in a while find a cheap copy on eBay. Anyway, there's CDs, DVDs, and a book full of artwork. I really like that picture, like the Cabbage Patch Ramones. And inside, there's a comic book full of really cool artwork. This is another one of my favorite Ramones things that I have. Let's see, what's a really cool picture to show? Oh, there's these ones, these little comic strip pages. Now, there's scans of most of what's in here up online if you look for them. Let's put that back in there. I also, let's see, I have all the Ramones CDs, every album, right up here. Right here's all the main albums, plus the Rock and Roll High School soundtrack. A bunch of solo CDs. Now, I don't have all the solo albums. I'm missing a bunch of them. And then there's like a bunch of cover albums also. I don't have all of them, but it'd be impossible to find every every cover album. I had a book if you like the Ramones, here's other things you might like. And there was a big list of cover albums. And I've actually found a few that aren't in there. Like this, Blitzkrieg Over You, a tribute to the Ramones. This has some really cool stuff on there. Now, this was a German album. My favorite song on here is Die Viking-Jugend hat mein Mädchen entführt, which is the German translation version of KKK Took My Baby Away. And there's a couple of really cool songs on there. Yeah, get back in there, you. Yeah. Anyway, let's see. With the DVDs, I have a lot of Ramones DVDs. Oh, and I guess CBGBs might as well go in there now. Let's see, first up is, Tomorrow Show with Tom Snyder, appearance by the Ramones. Oh, this was a weird one. This, I Want to Be Sedated documentary. It's really weird. It's only 36 minutes, and, mainly about the I Want to Be Sedated song, and it goes a little bit into the background of the Ramones, but if you already know about them, which I'm guessing you would if you're going to buy a documentary about one specific song, it's pretty much all basic information, nothing too interesting. Oh, Ramones Raw. This is a must-have. If you're a Ramones fan, get this DVD. It's filled with tons of cool stuff. Let's see. Oh, End of the Century. That's another one that's really good. Oh, and an interesting thing. I actually saw all these Ramones things before I saw This Is Spinal Tap. And so when I saw Spinal Tap, I was kind of like, okay. Because all the crazy, weird stuff that happens in there isn't too far off from what happens to real bands. And here we got History on My Arms. And also, Hey Is Dee Dee Home and Vom in Paris. Yeah, bunch of Dee Dee stuff. Oh, Too Tough to Die, tribute to Johnny Ramone. Rock and Roll High School. And Rock and Roll High School Forever. And South Beach Academy, which I've never watched. Or, I started watching it once, but it's really boring and terrible, and I don't like it. I don't know, maybe I'm just picky. Oh, this is a weird thing. Here's a bunch of, like, bootleg DVD-Rs of, like, Ramones concerts that have never been released anywhere else. So that was a cool thing to find. Oh, and this. It's Alive. I used to watch this constantly. Like, back in high school, I'd be sitting here doing my homework, and I would just have this playing in the background. Oh, and here we got this, I think it was a German DVD. It's got the little, Frigigabin, whatever word that is, rating. I really like the artwork on the cover of Johnny. That's really cool. The track listing on the back is, jumbled up a bit, and the quality is just awful. This is one of the worst quality, concert recordings I've ever seen. It's mostly one angle. You can barely hear what's going on. It's really blurry, really fuzzy, and the track listing is messed up. And to make it more confusing, I think they had the track listing on the concert while it was going, and it was wrong sometimes. They would have the complete wrong song show up. Let's see, and there's that one. I like the cover. I don't really have much memory of what it was. I think it was just another concert thing. See, then there's a couple more DVD-Rs. Oh, then we got weird ones, like Bikini Bandits Experience that Dee Dee guest starred in. He plays the Pope. It's really strange. Oh, and Freaks, the inspiration for the song Pinhead. I really like this movie. This is a cool movie from the director of the original Dracula with Bela Lugosi. Johnny Ramone's movie Stranded, or well, it wasn't his movie, but he was in it. I've never gotten through all of this movie. It's really, really bleak and depressing, and the pace is slow. Oh, then this one that's just annoying to me, Music Laden. I bought this DVD, and then it came, and it's a bootleg. Why did someone... Oh, and the box is broken. Nothing good about it. Ugh. And then CBGBs I just got. So yeah, there's a bunch of that Ramones stuff. And I got a bunch more books up here. I got like all the biographies. There's Marky's biography, Punk Rock Blitzkrieg. Let's see, I got Dee Dee's wife's book, Poisoned Heart. Interesting thing, Dee Dee's book, Lobotomy, had a couple of different releases, and the first one was called Poison Heart, but was later released as Lobotomy. And it was re-released as Lobotomy, and that's the version I have up there. So I was reading an article about Dee Dee's books, and it said Dee Dee wrote a book called Poison Heart, and I was like, wait, wasn't that his wife's book? No, that was Poisoned Heart. Okay, confusing. And then, Mickey Lay, Joey Ramone's brother's book, I Slept with Joey Ramone. This got tilted, sitting there at a weird angle. Then I got Johnny's book, which I put a book cover around because the edges got dug up. And I've never seen this on any other book. There's like, it's just chopped off the sides there. It's really weird. It got all like dug up on the sides because there's nothing there to protect the interior of the cover. I don't even know how to describe it. It's so strange. So anyway, yeah, I put an old book cover on it. Let's see, and then I got, Legend of a Rock Star, Last Testament of Dee Dee Ramone. And there's Dee Dee showing off his tattoos. Oh, and there's some Dee Dee artwork on the back. That's cool. I always like to see his artwork. He had such a bizarre style. Oh, this is a cool thing. Gabba Gabba Hey, Graphic Story of the Ramones. It's a graphic novel. Now, there is another Ramones graphic novel out there from Germany. I can't remember what the name of it is. I think it was just called Hey Ho, Let's Go. I don't remember for sure. I remember seeing in one of the previews magazines for comic books, there was going to be an English release. And as far as I can tell, we never got it. Oh, that stinks. It looked really cool, too. It was kind of similar to this. Let's see, and then, here we go. The re-release of Lobotomy, with a new cover. The original cover had a couple of shots of Dee Dee showing off his tattoos. Another Dee Dee book, Chelsea Horror Hotel. This was really depressing and creepy. Oh, and this was a really cool one. Richie Ramone's book, I Know Better Now. Man, I have such great memories of reading this, because I was at a really crappy job, and during my lunch period I would be reading this. Let's see. Oh, and then we got, this came from a library. Anyway, just standard, this is just posters. Just a poster book. So, okay, so yeah, it's this one that's here's some basic information about the band, trivia tidbits. I think this is the same one that I read. Yeah, this is the one that I read back in high school. I remember photocopying the list in the back of albums. The discography in the back. Ramones Complete Twisted History, another one of these standard basic information books. It's okay. On the Road with the Ramones with Monty Melnick. Got some cool artwork on the cover there. John Holmstrom did it. He was a big indie comics guy. Anyway, some cool stuff in there. They could have turned this into a movie. It's perfect. And this was a weird one. Too Tough to Love by Cynthia Roxy Whitney, about this girl who claims to have been involved with an affair with Johnny. It's really strange. There's another book, I think from the same publisher? Or, I don't know now. New Green Press. I don't know if it was from the same publisher. There's a Blondie and the Ramones book. I don't know if it's like a actual book or just pictures or what. But anyway, and there's a Punk the Whole Story. Oh, from Torling Kinserly. Weird. Anyway, I bookmarked a bunch of the pages with the Ramones on it. They have a short section in here. Yeah. Overall, it's a pretty fascinating little book. It's not purely Ramones, though, so I don't have that much interest in it. Let's see. My earliest memory of the Ramones was from the Simpsons episode with Burns' bear. I can't remember the name of that episode. But anyway, there's the scene where it's Mr. Burns' birthday, and the Ramones perform. And then Joey comes up, I just like to say this gig sucks. And then Johnny goes, oh wait, or is it Dee Dee? One of them goes, up yours, Springfield. Oh yeah, I think it's Johnny. 1, 2, 3, 4. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Burnsy. Happy birthday to you. And then Dee Dee goes, go to hell, you old bastard. Then the curtain closes. Joey turns to the others. I think they liked it. And then it cuts to Mr. Burns going, have the Rolling Stones killed. And Smithers goes, sir, those aren't... Do as I say. And, like, I didn't even know who the Ramones were, but that joke is just so freaking perfect. Such a perfectly constructed joke, too. So anyway, I'm a big Ramones fan. All my Ramones books. And I got, let's see, a couple minutes left. I might as well show some of the CDs I got. I got there. This is a really cool one. D.D. King, Standing in the Spotlight. Happy Spaceman did a video all about this. Go watch it. I freaking love this album. It's so ridiculous, and it's awesome. And I love the Funky Man music video, which unfortunately there's no Funky Man on the album, which is weird. Wasn't that the single? Anyway, in the Ramones Raw DVD, there's a funny thing in the commentary when it shows the Funky Man video. Johnny just goes, oh yeah, this thing. Or maybe it was Mark, one of them, anyway. I got really lucky when I found this. I was watching it on eBay. It was like $40, and I was like, man, I'm gonna have to spend $40 to get this. And then it was like, in a November, it was rainy, cold, windy. We went up to the flea market. There was like maybe 3 people there. So anyway, I'm going through some boxes of stuff, and this one woman has a bunch of CDs. And I'm like, okay, maybe there's something here. I'm like, okay, maybe I'll find something cool with the D.D. King. I pulled out. Holy. And I'm like, how much is the CDs? And she's like, oh, 50 cents. That was nuts. And then I got, let's see, I got a couple of DD CDs. Let's see, there's a Hop Around. This is I think it's an easy one to find. I remember I got this out of a CD club, and I was like, man, I was really lucky, and there was a sale going on. Then I find it for like $10 on eBay. Oh, whoop-de-doo. Oh, Greatest and Latest. There's one song on here, oh yeah, Kathy's Clown. There's a cover of Kathy's Clown on here, and I really like it. Then there's a couple of weird ones. There's this like weird promo CD. Originally it was like in a little sleeve, but I chopped it up and put it in a box. Huh. It looked like a record, too. That's weird. Oh, on the inside, there was like a little card with some Dee Dee pictures. Alright. Oh, and the back of the CD is all black, like a PlayStation game. That's weird. Then there's this thing. Dee Dee Ramone with Sunny Brains. And there's a bunch of like Standing in the Spotlight, black and white, crappy printed pictures. I guess it was like a poster or something, or a flyer. And it's a CDR bootleg. I have no idea what the story is behind it. The quality's not the best, but I don't know where it came from, so okay, cool. And then there's this one with Dee Dee and Marky about to kick some rats on the floor. Alright. Oh, and this one, Sibling Rivalry, Mickey Lay and Joey's CD with this woman about to whack one of them on the head with a rolling pin. What's that all about? Then, Joey's solo CDs. These are cool. Oh, and this one I got for my birthday back in high school. That was neat. Now I'll talk about some of the weird cover CDs. Oh, Shonen Knife. Osaka Ramones. Shonen Knife was on Powerpuff Girls. They did the song I'm a Supergirl, which was really clearly influenced by the Ramones. Oh, and then this was a funny thing. Bratz on the Beat, Ramones for Kids. So yeah, that's a bunch of the Ramones stuff I have. I don't know how to end it. So yeah.